Good afternoon and welcome back to my channel, Anything Automotive. First, apologies, I haven't recorded a video for about 6 months, but please check out my channel and go and see what other videos I've got on there. The reason I haven't recorded is I've moved house, been on holiday and just haven't had the time. Anyway, today we're doing something different. The BMW R1300 RS. Something I purchased in September and something I've been wanting to do a video on for a while. So let's get to the video. So as I said, I purchased this last year and I've already done around 2,500 miles on it, went to France on it. But this is the BMW R1300 triple black. So what does that mean? Basically, it's got some black features on it. It's black. It's got a really nice black exhaust, which I don't personally think you need to change at all. And this has also got the touring pack on. So the touring pack means it comes with these elements here, and both sides it's got that ready for the panniers to be fitted. But don't be fooled, this back rack isn't ready for any top box, but we'll come back to that shortly. So this is a bike that I didn't think I would ever go and purchase. I've had XRs for the last 6 years, which I've enjoyed, high revving engines, and I just didn't think I would deal with the low revving boxer engine. But you know what, so far with the miles I've done, they're very torquey and I really do like it. Anyway, let's get down to some features of the bike. This particular bike doesn't have the radar fitted in here. This radar is quite an extortionate cost. It has a higher wind protection windshield because it's the touring pack. Has lovely LED lights. Let's just turn them on. There you go, them lights look good, don't they? So it's got LED lights on it. It's got ABS, traction control, cruise control, all the elements that you'd want on a bike. It's got a smaller tank than I'm used to than the XR, so the fuel tanks, I can't remember what litres they hold, but about 2 litres less than the XRs, but I'm still getting, on a run, on a tour, I'm still getting around about 210, 220 miles. So why did I go for a boxer engine and an R1300 RS after having my 4-cylinder XRs for so many years? Well, one big reason. So I've got this bike because the seat height. So this seat height is considerably lower than an XR. And the reason being is I'm height challenged, as I'm told several times by my friends, and I needed to be able to touch the floor when I got to sets of traffic lights, which this bike allows me to do, and allows me to do comfortably. So this is the reason I went for it, and it's done the job. You can get the new GS's with the automatic lowering when you come to a junction, but the GS's were a little bit too big for me and not what I really liked. I prefer the sports bikes rather than the adventures. So let's go into the specification of the bike, and I need to do it on my phone because I can't actually remember them, sorry. This is obviously age related. So the spec of the bike: engine, liquid cooled, 4-stroke flat twin boxer. So basically means it's got 2 massive crate pistons. Capacity 1300cc, power output 107 kilowatts, 145 horsepower at 7,750 RPM. Hell of a lot of torque, and 0 to 62 in 3.2 seconds. So it's not shady, is it, on the acceleration? We've got front twin brake calipers, 320mm, and something I've highlighted to my friends on this as well, because it's got a shaft drive on it, you get a bigger rear disc. So it's a 285mm disc, and this is so powerful. I actually find it's literally locking up more than I've ever experienced before, and the brakes are linked on this, so the front and rear brake are linked on this. So the riding modes you've got on the bike are your normal rain, road, dynamic and dynamic pro. When you're setting your bike up, just be aware that you cannot have too many functions on, so you have to knock one of the functions off to basically use dynamic pro. I think I knock off Eco Pro to do this. Well, shall we talk about what BMW don't want you to know. So let's talk about the tank bag, because I went to every shop I could and I was told that nobody did an adaptation kit for the tank bag. Now this is the same adaptation ring off of my Shard tank bag that I had on my XR. The reason they say you can't do this is because this ring here sits higher than the tank cap. All I've done is I've put some additional spacers underneath the bolts there and there. You can probably see in there, there's some additional spacers I've put in just to jack this up very slightly. This fits absolutely no problem at all. I did this literally 2 weeks after I purchased my bike, no problem at all. And I was told by BMW, by Shard, by so many people it couldn't be done. When I went to the motorbike show, I discussed this with Shard and they actually asked me how I did it. And I told them how I did it, and I am noticing that actually other manufacturers are starting to bring these out now. Yeah, so something they don't want you to know, because they want you to spend loads of money on BMW tank bags, but just be wise, you don't need to. So another thing you've got is USB and lights in your Pannier. So there's an electrical connection that goes onto the Pannier. So the Pannier just basically slides on there, electrical connection there, and basically all that does is it supplies, gives you central locking and a light and a USB socket in one of the Panniers, but you've got a light in both of the Panniers. Something I must highlight about these Panniers, the one that goes on the exhaust, look at this. You can't actually fit hardly anything in here apart from a few pairs of pants. You have to rely on the other Pannier and filling that right up to the top. This Pannier fits stuff in, but if I'm honest, it's bloody useless. And the Panniers aren't cheap. So like I said earlier on in the video, these Panniers, although you've got the touring pack fitted, these Panniers do not come with that touring pack. You have to buy them. I believe 2 Panniers are around £1,500, but that isn't the best of it. Let's talk about the top box. So the top box, you've got the rack here ready. You cannot get a top box to fit on that rack. You can't even get a retrofit without drilling the rack, I don't believe. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments below. And the top box and rack adaptations for this bike through BMW are currently around about £1,200 to £1,500. Now I spoke to Shard at the bike show and said, do you do a retrofit? And apparently Shard supply all this back rack and sides. They actually patent that by BMW and they make that for BMW, so they can't actually at the moment for the next 2 to 3 years make anything that will fit on here adapt onto here properly. However, what I'm waiting for is AliExpress to basically supply something that will fit on here with the USB supply still and work. Now I'm hoping this will come out soon because it's already out on the GS, so I'm hoping this will come out soon. So there is some issues with the bike, but the bike is bloody beautiful. The bike is absolutely amazing to ride. I'm not going to show you out on the road today because there's a lot of salt on the road and it's damp, cold and wet, and the bike's hibernating now until another couple of months. However, I just wanted to do a quick video today because I haven't done one for a while, and I wanted to show you guys what I've bought and anything to look out for when you buy one, because there are some costly parts you can really get stuck with. But would I suggest you test drive or ride one of these? Absolutely. This bike is absolutely amazing. The torque is fantastic. Everything is amazing. But I wanted to make you guys aware of things to look out for when you buy it and prepared for some of the costs you're going to get with the Panniers and the top box, because it's astronomical. And please remember what I told you about the tank bag fitment. It is achievable easily just with extra spaces. You do not have to keep waiting or buying extra components to fit that. It's absolutely amazing. Anyway, just a quick one today to talk about my new BMW R1300 RS Triple Black, and there'll be more videos on this and me riding this and showing you how it rides, how it accelerates, and there'll be more videos on the Lotus in the coming months when the summer's back. Thanks again for watching. Like, subscribe, and I'll be back on soon. Thank you.